Namaste all of you. In today's lecture, we are going to learn characteristics of first order rate constant. In previous lecture, we learnt integrated rate law expression for first order reaction, definition of first order reaction and derivation of integrated rate law for the first order rate constant as well as exponential form of first order rate constant. The link for the previous lecture is given in the description box. You can check it and you can watch it later. So today let us see the characteristic of first order rate constants. There are characteristics. First characteristic is unit of first order rate constant. Now the first order rate constant is given by the equation 5, k1 is equal to 2.303 upon t log of a upon a minus x. K1 is equal to 2.303 upon t log of a upon a minus x. This is equation number 5. Now in terms of unit, this is the numbers. Number have no unit. T stands for time. Time has unit second. A is for the concentration. Unit of concentration is moles per liter. A minus x is again the concentration, so unit will be moles per liters. Moles per liter, it will cancel out. So remaining term is 1 upon second is nothing but per second. Therefore, the unit of first order rate constant is per second. Therefore, unit of first order rate constant is per second. What is rate constant? Rate constant is nothing but it is the rate of reaction when molar concentration of reactants is at unit concentration. Now let us learn the second property. Half-life period. Okay, it is represented as T half or T 0.5. Look at the subscript, the small letter 1 half and 0.5, they are written at the bottom of our letter T. Okay, T half or T 0.5. Definition: it is the time required to decrease the initial concentration of reactant to its half value is called as half-life period of reaction. It is the time required to decrease the initial concentration of reactant to its half value is called as half-life period of reaction. Now let us see the expression for half-life period of first order reaction. Now the first order rate constant equation is given by equation 5. K1 is equal to 2.303 upon T log of A upon A minus X. This is the equation 5. Now, as we saw, what is meant by half-life? It is the time required to decrease initial concentration to its half value or 50%. 50% रिॲक्टंटचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज होण्यासाठी जो काही वेळ लागतो त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? हाफ लाईफ पिरियड. 50% कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन डिक्रीज होण्यासाठी, कमी होण्यासाठी जो वेळ लागतो त्याला आपण हाफ लाईफ पिरियड म्हणतो. Okay, it is the time required to decrease the initial concentration by 50% or by its half value is called as half life period. Now let us, when our time t is equal to 1 half, our time t is equal to 1 half, then x is equal to a by 2. Okay, then x is equal to a by 2. Actually here should be when x is equal to a by 2, then t is equal to t half. We should write like this. Is a printing mistake. When x is equal to a by 2, then t is equal to t half. Okay, therefore let us write the value. Replace t by t half log of a upon a minus x ची value काय होती ते a upon 2, a minus a upon 2. Now let us simplify this denominator. Okay, it will be what? Twice a minus a by 2, twice a minus a by 2, remaining term as it is. Now next, twice a minus a will be a. Okay, and denominator of denominator will be numerator, it will go up. छेदाचा छेद हा अंश असतो, so it will go up. 2a upon a will cancel out. What is remaining term? It is 2.303 upon t half log 2. What is value of log 2? It is 0.3010. Log 2 0.3010 is value. Now multiplying 2.303 and 0.3010, multiplication will be 0.693 upon t half. Okay, rearranging t half and k1, therefore t half is equal to 0.693 upon k1. Therefore, for first order reaction, the T half is independent on initial concentration of reactant. Therefore, for the first order, the half life period is independent on initial concentration of reactant. Okay, means what? Here is no concentration term involved at the right side. Okay, to the right side, there is no concentration term is involved. So, many times in entrance examination, question has been asked. Okay, the half-life period for first order reaction is options A, dependent on initial concentration, independent on initial concentration, directly proportional to initial concentration, inversely proportional to the initial concentration. These are the options. Okay, here is a small k. Once again, we will see what we learn. Half-life period means what? It is the time required to decrease initial concentration of reactant to its half value is called as half-life period of reaction. Okay. The first order rate expression is given by K1 is equal to 2.303 upon T log of A upon A minus X. Then when X is equal to A by 2, what is X? Amount of product form. Okay, when amount of product form X is equal to A by 2, then T is equal to T half. Just write it in reverse way. Okay, now putting this value, we get, replace T by T half, A upon A minus A by 2. Simplify this denominator, it will be what? Twice A minus A upon 2. Simplifying this, it will be A upon 2, 2 will go up, twice A upon A will cancel out. What is remaining? Log 2. Log 2, what is value of log 2? It is 0.3010. Multiplying this and 2.303, we get 0.693, and replacing this T half, therefore T half equal to 0.693 upon K1. Okay, so this is a small k. Okay, note it, this is a small k. So the half-life period of first order reaction is independent on initial concentration. Also, the half-life period of first order reaction is inversely proportional to the first order rate constant. Okay, clear? Now let us move next. Nature of graph, graphical representation of first order rate constant. Now this is the first order rate constant equation from the equation 5. K1 is equal to 2.03 upon T log of A upon A minus X. Now let us rearrange the equation. Let us take this term to the left side. We will get K1T upon 2.303 is equal to log A minus log of A minus X. K1T upon 2.303 is equal to log of A minus log of A minus X. Now let us take this log of A term to the left side. Let us take log of A term to the left side. So in next equation we get K1T upon 2.303 minus log A is equal to minus log of A minus X. Minus log A minus X. Now let us take minus sign out or multiply both side by minus 1. In both cases answer will remain same. If we take minus sign out of the equation or if we multiply minus 1 to the both side, the result will be same. Okay, so if I multiply both side by minus 1, I will get minus of K1T upon 2.303 plus log A is equal to log of A minus X minus K1 upon T upon 2.303 plus log of A is equal to log of A minus X. Now let us rearranging. I will just rearrange the equation in this form. Both these equation are same. Above equation and below equation are same. Therefore, log of A minus X equal to minus K1 upon 2.303 into T plus log of A. This equation is similar to the straight line equation y equal to mx plus c. Y equal to mx plus c. Okay, y is y-axis. On y-axis we will plot log of a minus x. X is nothing but d. Here t is a time arrow, and m stands for slope, which is equal to minus k1 upon 2.303. Okay, so by plotting this y versus x, means log of a minus x versus t, we can obtain value of rate constant. So rate constant can be obtained by experiment only. By using slope of the graph, we will get the value of rate constant. And this is the intercept. From this we will get the value of initial concentration. Now how the graph will look like? Let us read the graph. This is a graph of, here figure name should be there, plot of log of a minus x versus time. Okay, on x-axis, this is the x-axis, the bottom axis is called as x-axis, and the vertical axis is a y-axis. On y-axis we have log of a minus x, and on x-axis we have time arrow. Okay, this is a time arrow. If we plot this log of a minus x versus time t, we get this line with negative slope, this line with a negative slope. The slope of this line is equal to minus k upon 2.303. Here slopes comes negative. Okay, here will be negative value. So negative will be positive. So slope into this 2.303 will give us rate constant value, first order rate constant value, and this is the this value is called as the intercept. From this log of a equal to, suppose some value is there, and therefore a is equal to anti-log of that value, so we will get the value of the concentration, initial concentration. Now there are some examples. You go through textbook for detailed derivation of this. Decomposition of acetone and decomposition of N2O5, okay, dinitrogen pentoxide. Now there is one homework. What is the IUPAC name of this acetone, C3H6O? What is the IUPAC name of acetone? And also write down number of isomers formed by this C3H6O combination. Number of isomer formed by this combination. So you have these two homework, and write down your answer in the YouTube chat box. Write down answer of these two questions in YouTube chat box. What is the IUPAC name of acetone? Question number 2. What are the isomers of C3H6O? What are the isomers formed by this isomer? Okay. So what we learned today? Let us revise. Let us summarize in short. Characteristic of first order rate constant. There are only three characteristics. First, unit of rate constant. Unit of first order rate constant. Unit is per second. Second, half-life period of first order reaction. Okay, half-life period is independent on initial concentration. Here we saw it. And third is the nature of graph or graphical representation. And this is the graphical representation. So many times a question is asked. Many times a question is asked, what is or define first order reaction? Write down characteristics of first order reaction. 4 marks question. 1 mark for definition and 3 marks for the characteristic. Each mark for each characteristics. Okay, clear? So we will stop here. In next lecture we will see, or we will learn, integrated rate law for second order reaction. Integrated rate law for the second order reaction. Till then, okay, see you. Bye bye. Enjoy your life.